Hiya everyone, West Country Explorer here. So I'm slowly but surely going to be coming out of my little hiatus. So those of you that watched my last video will know that a few weeks back I suffered a collapse at work, possible seizure. So I decided to have a bit of time away from YouTube and just to recuperate and all the rest. Well, now I'm slowly coming out of that, like hibernation, so to say. Those of you who want a bit of an update on what's going on with me sort of on the medical side of things, I'll put a load of info in the description, so I'll give you a bit of an update on that. But anyway, yeah, so today Amy, my wife and I, we've just had a bit of a morning over in Salisbury, and then we went to Stonehenge. We're on our way home, and what I've done is we've stopped on our way home. We're coming along the A350, so I've stopped to come along the old abandoned road that I walked along a little while back. I'm going to collect some sloes to make some sloe gin, and this little video is just about my sloe gin making escapades. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll just twizzle you around. Yeah, so when I was last here, I think it was August time, something like that, I picked a load of sloes then to make some sloe gin, a batch of sloe gin, and so I come back this time to get some more sloes. So that, when I was here last time, I collected about 2 kilograms worth of sloes, and this time I'm just going to collect 1 kilogram's worth, so not quite so much, but yeah. Right, so I didn't bring a bag with me or anything because I wasn't expecting to be stopping here today, but as we were passing by I thought, well, I might as well stop and get some, and I'm just going to fill me coat pockets up a bit. So probably not the best way of doing things, but I'll do what I can, work with what I got. Right then guys, that's a couple of pockets absolutely full of sloes, so I think it's safe to say I've got enough sloes for the moment. So making my way back to the car now, all good fun. There you go guys, that's how many sloes I managed to pick up. Quite a fair old few, just a few, but get quite a bit out of that. That's a nice little pile. Now, the recipe that I found on the internet that I decided to follow, it was 500 grams of sloes, 250 grams of sugar, and a litre of gin. Now, I've got a big bottle, one of these old spirit bottles, it's 4.5 litres. So me being a bit naive at the time, I thought, well, 4.5 litres, I can make 4 litres worth of sloe gin, like quadruple the ingredients. So I bunged in 2 kilograms of sloes into this bottle, into this big spirit bottle, and then a kilogram of sugar. Started putting in the gin. I only managed to get in 2 litres of gin, and this bottle was full up. I couldn't get the other 2 litres of gin in. Okay, so that batch, it's got double the amount of sloes and double the amount of sugar needed to cook, sort of according to the recipe. So what I'm going to do is I'll just pull out that batch. I mean, this is a batch that I made back in August, so I'll just pull those bottles out now. Bear with me. So this is what I made back in August time. So I've actually refilled those 2 bottles and filled up. These are old mead bottles, Lancashire Mead Company. That's the company, my favourite type of mead. Obviously I've filled up these. There are other varieties of gin available, but I got these ones because they're the cheapest ones. available. So I thought I don't want to spend too much money, otherwise it get very expensive. I mean, flipping those are about 17 quid a bottle. So yeah. So like I said, this is the batch that where I've sort of used double the amount of sloes and double the amount of sugar according to the recipe. Now, just around the corner from me is a park in Shaftesbury, like a big park area, and there's a few little sloe blackthorn bushes there. So what I did was about a week ago now, I went and picked some sloes. I picked just 1 kilogram of sloes this time, and I've actually followed the recipe precisely, so I just doubled it up. So if you bear with me, what I'll do is I'll grab that bottle, which is still sort of like brewing away, so to say. So there you go. This is batch number 2. So I think it's safe to say this batch is gonna be completely different tasting to that. Well, not completely different, but there's going to be variations in the taste, I reckon. Because obviously, that's 2 litres of gin, which has got half the amount of sloes and sugar to that 2 litres of gin. So there is going to be a difference. Now, with the sloes that I picked today, I haven't weighed them out yet, but I reckon I've got enough sloes to make more than just one batch. Or, as an aside, I've got that. I have, since starting doing the sloe gin, I have bought another big bottle. Bought that off of eBay. But anyway, yeah, so the sloes that I've picked today, I've probably got more than 1 kilograms worth looking at it. So what I don't use, I'm going to start a batch off today, and what I don't do today, the sloes I don't use today, I'm going to put them in the freezer, and I can use them to like sort of make some other batches at some point. So once I start getting a bottle free, I can start some more batches off. But it'll be one thought that went through my mind was, because obviously this bottle that I've got on the go at the moment, that's using sloes that I picked in Shaftesbury in the park just by Wincoln Lane. The batch I'm going to make today, it's going to be with the sloes that I picked by the side of the A350. So sloes that come from different areas, will they have slightly different tastes to them? I don't know. The batch that I'm making today with the A350 sloes, is it going to have a slightly different taste to the batch that I made with the Shaftesbury sloes? Is there going to be a subtle variation? I don't know. That's somewhat interesting to think about. There you go, guys. There's that bottle. I've washed it, but it's not been sterilised or anything. So my attitude is, I'm making this for myself. I'm not making it for like public consumption. So does it really matter if it's not been sanitised? Well, for me personally, no, it don't matter. So all good fun. So anyway, gonna start chucking in the sloes. Scrap this bit for this stage. I don't know why I put this in there. I don't need this for putting the sloes in. Actually, you don't want to see this boring bit, do you? Of course you don't. nice sugary bit now. Oh, a nice bit of sugar. Right, and now for adding the old jungle juice in. Alright, so that's batch number 3, all made up and giving its first shake. Oh look, a little bit of relief in there. As you can see, it's all very rough and ready and rustic. So probably just as well it is for myself and not for public sale. Alright, so that's another 1 kilogram of sloes there, so I'm going to bung them in the freezer. The reason I'm going to do that is because I haven't got a spare bottle to make up a batch with those. So I'm going to bung them in the freezer until such time as one of the other batches is finished and I can got a spare bottle to put them in. And yeah, so that's that. So that's going to be batch 3A, and that's going to be batch 3B. And it'll be interesting to see if putting that in the freezer makes a difference to a taste compared to that one which I've made fresh straight today. So I don't know if having them in the freezer for a while would make a difference, possibly. So yeah, be interesting to see how it goes. So there you go, guys. By the end of it all, I'm going to have 8 litres of Sloe gin, which is going to last me quite a little while, I reckon. So yeah. If any of you ever fancy coming around for a little drink, take your risk with your health. I'll have Sloe gin to offer. Like I said, none of the bottles I've been using they've all been cleaned, but they've not been sterilised clean. So, so yeah. But anyway, all joking aside, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how all the different batches turn out. There's slight variations between each batch. Yeah, so all good fun. All good fun. So that's a little video on my current Sloe gin escapades. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Not sure how soon I'll be out again. There's definitely gonna be a video out on the 8th of November. Well, put it this way. I'm going out with a very good friend. I was going to say old friend, but he's not very old. Someone I've been friends with for a while. He's a good bloke. We're going out on the 7th of November. So that video is going to be going out that weekend, around about the 8th, 9th. So guys, keep your eyes open for that. I'm not saying any more. I'm going to keep it a secret. So there's definitely going to be a video out 8th of the 9th. I don't know if I'll be out doing any more videos before then. But anyway, either way, I'll be seeing you guys at some point in the very near future. Look forward to seeing you all again. And in the meantime, the usual, guys. Stay safe, take care, and God bless.